All right, so a lot of you may know the Gun Rights Coalition is fairly new. It kind of started right around 594, and Bob Bozarth is our next speaker, and he is one of the original founders to get involved. Kind of happened when we saw 594 coming up, and we saw a need to work together. And Bob, Rick, and Peggy Hutt, who's not here today, got on the phone and started organizing, and that's how we got the Gun Rights Coalition started. So with that, I'd like to turn the time over to Bob Bozarth here. He's running for Lewis County Commissioner.
You know, it's really good to be here and see a lot of my friends up there. And you know what's better than that? It's better to be here when the sun shines as opposed to being here in January when we're typically here freezing to death. You know, a lot of you, all of us are concerned about being on some kind of a list. And I got to thinking about that last night, and I thought, you know, I'm going to put some of these people on a list. So I made myself a list last night, and I'm calling it my Dirty Dozen list. So I'm going to be revealing it here pretty quick. Some of the people on this list is probably not going to be too popular with some of you, particularly as Seahawks fans. But I have made a commitment that I'm not going to support the Seattle Seahawks. Amen. Because I'm not going to support Paul Allen. And it's not because I don't like football. I happen to really enjoy football. But Paul Allen's one of the guys that's trying to steal our gun rights from us. So without further ado, and having said that, I realize I just lost probably 75% of the votes in Lewis County. I'm going to reveal my list, see what you all think of it. And this is in no particular order. George Soros. Yeah. Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Harry Reid. Yeah. Nancy Pelosi. Yeah. Gabby Gifford. Yeah. Bob Ferguson. Yeah. Jay Inslee. Yeah. Bill Gates. Yeah. Lori Jenkins. Yeah. Roger Goodman. Yeah. Richard Milhouse Nixon. Why would I bring this guy up? First of all, he's dead. But he's on, I figured, you know, if dead people can vote, I can put dead people on my list. So, here's the deal. I've been trying to figure out what in the world is going on. These people, for the most part, are intelligent people. They read the statistics and the stats just like we all do. I don't believe for 1 second that any of these people think that a 30-round clip is going to make a difference over a 10-round clip. I don't believe it. So I keep wondering, why do they just keep coming? Why are we out here trying to defend our own constitutional rights all the time? Well, control is a very good term for it, but why are they trying to control us? So let's go back in time a little bit. Let's talk about Richard Nixon. You go back to the late 60s, and in my opinion, I'm not sure we had gold in Fort Knox at the time, but we wanted to borrow money from foreign investors. So, given the fact that perhaps there wasn't no gold in Fort Knox to back up the collateral, the foreign investor asked for something else, and we gave it to them, I believe. They asked for our land as collateral. And then what happened? They wanted a guarantee that their collateral was going to be protected. So in 1973, Richard Milhouse Nixon signed the Endangered Species Act. And that was a way, in my opinion, of possibly protecting foreign investors' lands. And I think perhaps this has been going on right on through to 2016. And I think it's possible that some of these foreign investors are realizing that we're near $20 trillion in debt. We don't have any way of repaying the loans, and they're getting a little edgy, and they would like to collect on their collateral. I think it's possible that they have directed the leaders of our country to disarm the United States citizens. If any of this thing is true, then what we're really standing here for today is not only to protect our gun rights, we're protecting our very own United States of America. Charge on, people.